Chris, what is our second main topic today?
It is one I am very invested in, John. It's from Alexy Petersson. Hello, John and crew. Greetings from Sweden.
Greetings.
I just read a report that said that Daniela Melchior from James Gunn's The Suicide Squad is in talks to join the Fast franchise in the 10th installment. What role do you think she'll be playing? A secondary villain, maybe? Or just joining the family? What are your thoughts on this? And thanks for all you guys do.
All right, thanks a lot for saying that in, Alexi. And yeah, this is kind of a mashing of two different worlds. On the one hand, let's talk about James Gunn's Suicide Squad. That movie's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic movie. Deserved, also major flop. No getting around it. It was a big flop. But that was a movie that deserved way, way better. But I'll tell you what, that girl who played Ratcatcher 2, Daniela, she was a revelation in this. I had not seen her before. I think she stars in mostly Portuguese films and things like that. But I was instantly drawn to her. There was a sweetness, the way she was able to play off King Shark and everything like that too. And then, of course, that dynamite scene in the film that she has with Taika Waititi, the younger version of her, that Taika Waititi. But then when they flash back to her, you see that emotion, that pain in her face, that memory, that sweet sorrow, if you will. She was kind of the human heartbeat of that movie. In the midst of all this bonkersness and this murderer's row of killers, she was the human element of the film to me. And I loved her. And you know what? I hadn't even really thought about, we really haven't seen or heard anything from her since. What's going on that I was aware of at any rate? Then we got the Fast and the Furious franchise. A franchise that I did not really care all that much for the first three installments. I started to get on board with 4, and then 5, 6, and 7 I loved. I even like 8. Then 9 came. Dear heavens, that was a prickly enema, that movie. I really disliked that movie.
I saw it with you.
You did? That's right. We saw it together. Totally terrible film. Oh, man. But hope springs eternal. They'll get things back on track to the form of 5, 6, 7. They'll get this thing back on track. Of course, we find out they got Jason Momoa coming in, and now Ratcatcher 2 is joining it as well. This comes to us from the folks over at Cinema Blend, who write the following. There aren't many rules in the Fast and Furious franchise, especially when it comes to the science of physics, but one of the principles of the movie series seems to be that the cast of every sequel needs to be bigger than the one in the previous film. Justin Lin's Fast and the Furious 10 is now very much in the process of living up to that process, or to that promise. As the project has not only added Jason Momoa to the ensemble as a new villain, which we talked about a few weeks ago, but the Suicide Squad's Daniela Melchior is apparently coming aboard as well. It's unclear at present if she's going to be teaming up with Vin Diesel's Dominic Toretto and the rest of the heroes, or if she's going to be aligned with Charlize Theron's Cypher, who has basically been the series' big bad ever since the Fate of the Furious. And once again, that comes from the folks at Cinema Blend. Okay, so the question is, what kind of role is she going to play? I would love to see her also be a villain.
Yep.
Because, like, for a lot of the Fast and Furious franchise, it's been one bad guy, right? Whether it was Luke Evans, whether it was Jason Momoa, whether it was Charlize Theron. I mean, as you go through, there's basically kind of one villain. It'd be neat if we had like multiple alpha level villains in this. And I don't know what that's going to be, but we're going to have Jason Momoa. Charlize Theron is returning. And if we could add her as another villain, plus it would be great to see her juxtapose a performance in this that is so radically different from what she played in Suicide Squad. I think that would be a lot of fun to see. So I'm going to go out on a guess with no information whatsoever. I'm going to guess she's going to be another villain. At least I really hope she is. I mean, even if she plays the sweet new girlfriend of one of the other characters, that's fine too. I'll take her any way I can get her. But I always say adding talent's never a mistake. She's super talented. This ain't a mistake. Rob, as a big Fast and Furious fan yourself, justice for Han. What do you think about the addition here?
Well, I think it's great. She was great. And I think her playing a villainess would be great for the series. But I have to tell you, John, I as a fan of this franchise, and I was going with it, I've never had a movie kill my interest in a franchise more than Fast and Furious 9 did. And everything I liked about this franchise was killed, murdered, buried 6 feet under. They salted the earth. I really didn't like Fast 9. And I honestly, it would take a lot to have me generate any enthusiasm for this last. I think it's supposed to be 2 parts.
There's going to be 10 and 11, yeah.
You know, and I can't, you know, the idea of it being ridiculous, you could say that Fast 5 was ridiculous, that these 2 cars could not pull a vault that's that heavy. But that was the one ask that movie did. It was a great caper movie in the grand tradition of caper movies, using these characters. Fast 5 is a terrific film that bent the laws of physics, but it didn't break them. And, you know, Joaquin de Alameda, I love that actor. He was the villain in that film. And that, to me, was the perfect distillation of what the Fast franchise would be. After that, it's gone literally on a slow trajectory into orbit, as they did in Fast 9.
He was the villain in Clear and Present. No,
yes, he
Clear
was.
And Present Danger as
yes,
well.
He
was so good in that.
So good in that. And I love that guy. And they've ruined my enthusiasm for us. Now, I like Jason Momoa and I like this actress. And if they were like here's a reference, Mel and Susan Prophet from the first season of Wise Guy back in the 80s. If they could have that kind of weird, twisted relationship, it might be fun, might be good. But they really need to do a big course correction on this franchise. Otherwise, I don't know.
Chris, you're hearing about this. Do you like her? Are you excited about the addition? Does this give you any more interest in the Fast and the Furious 10? Where are you at right now?
I love her. And Danielle's been busy, y'all, so she has been doing stuff, right? She's got a film coming out with Henry Golding, who we were just talking about, I think called The Assassin's Club. And it's about an assassin who has to go kill about 6 or 7 other people, but they're all also assassins. So that's going to be a fun ride. Sam Neill's in it. It's going to be great. And then she's also appearing in Marlowe, which is going to be a new Pulp Fiction-y kind of film, right? With Liam Neeson playing Philip Marlowe, which I'm very excited for. I think that's going to be amazing. I'm really, really glad she's having her moment in the sun because she is incredible in Suicide Squad, which, as you guys know, I didn't love as much as y'all. I thought it was fine, but I wasn't over the moon about it. I really, really liked her in there. I thought she was just the absolute heart and soul, like y'all were saying. As someone who has only seen Hobbs and Shaw and really has to have a day to watch all of the Fast and Furious movies so that Rob can no longer be disappointed in me.
I know.
I really need to watch these so I can see where she's going to fit into the landscape of this franchise.
I still remember, for those of you who don't know, I took Chris. Chris was kind enough to come with me to come see Hobbs and Shaw press screening. And she said, I've never seen any Fast and the Furious movie. I'm like, wait, really?
It wasn't until I plopped down in my seat and everything too.
Yeah.
It's like, am I going to miss stuff if I don't know the rest of the franchise?
Yeah, and I'm like, wait, really? You haven't seen any of them? And so then I was like, I'm pretty sure you're going to be okay. I'm pretty sure the deep Shakespearean prose won't go over your head with Hobbs and Shaw. By the way, I really did like Hobbs and Shaw.
I loved it. I thought it was so fun.
Certainly better than Fast 9. Certainly a lot better than Fast 9.
But it also is problematic in terms of, this idea that you have to keep topping yourselves. You can do that. The Mission Impossible franchise has been doing that. But doing it in a spectacular way, not a dumb way.
But here's the thing, though. They do something crazy. But you can't say, like we say 80 times a minute in a Fast and Furious movie, you can't say in a Mission Impossible, that couldn't happen, because guess what? No, that is happening.
Right.
That's actually Tom Cruise holding on to the side of a damn plane that's taking off the ground. This is actually him doing it. The zero gravity, he's actually going up to the edge of the atmosphere and getting a zero gravity achieved to perform it's absolutely nuts the way they do that.
Absolutely. And I think one of the things about this franchise that's important is they did things that were possible. That's why in the beginning, that's why it was fun. I mean, even in Fast 5, it's just 2 cars dragging a vault. But by the time you get to Fast 9, I didn't believe one of the action scenes. They're all these completely made up. And the great thing about car chase movies, or in general, cars, we all have driven in cars. And once you start taking the actual physics and the actual danger of what it's like to be in a car driving at speed, it's no fun anymore because it's a Roadrunner cartoon. Then no one can get hurt and the peril has been removed. And that's what they did in Fast 9. It's all gone.
You know what? Here's why to me Hobbs and Shaw worked, where like a Fast 9 didn't. Hobbs and Shaw immediately just puts it on the table. We are getting into the sci-fi realm.
Right.
They literally introduce superheroes or a supervillain in the case of Idris Elba. We are, and they just make no qualms. We're not pretending this is at all real. We're not pretending this is even at all remotely possible. We're just straight up acknowledging right away we are purely into the sci-fi realm here with the superhuman Idris Elba.
Here's a very loose bit of science for you. That's how he got the powers.
Yeah, and there it is. And they kind of embrace that. And then what Hobbs and Shaw did is once they redefined the parameters of reality within their movie, they stuck within those parameters. You know, I've always said I don't need a movie to have real world logic. Just stay within the logic that you set up in your own movie.
Yes.
For sure.
And that's what Hobbs and Shaw did, whereas the Fast and the Furious franchise, particularly in 9, just kind of went completely off the rails. But I'm not going to lie. With the addition of Jason Momoa, who I think is a better actor than John Cena, although, man, I love John Cena and Peacemaker.
Yeah.
And with the addition of Daniela, I got to say, it's at least quite intriguing to me.
Well, it is.
For
It's
sure.
I just hope they get back to the fundamentals of the franchise, which is not that it's a cartoon.
But I don't need them to over course correct. I don't need them to
No.
go back to Fast and the Furious 2. Just reel it in a little bit. Get back to your dynamics and logic of, say, Fast 7, which was still
5 and
ridiculous
6.
bonkers.
4, 5, and 6.
I
maybe.
realize that.
You know what Hobbs and Shaw also got right, though?
What's that?
Ryan Reynolds.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's...
You put Ryan Reynolds in it.
You
That's
put
how you
Ri-
course correct.
You put Ryan Reynolds in it. I mean,
You have him just do so you guys went to space? Ah, neat. Okay.
that was actually a pretty good Ryan Reynolds.
Thanks.
I mean, look, Dwayne Johnson is franchise Viagra. Ryan Reynolds is like vitamin C. He's just good for the overall health of everything. Just throw Ryan Reynolds in there. Good Canadian kid.
What
by
they
the
really
way.
did, though, is they really got the justice for Han. What they did to Han was inexcusable in 9.
I gotta watch so I know what happened.
There
to
was
Han.
no justice there. In fact, they even took away the very idea that he needed justice done, and that was bad.
No, man. Justice for Jason. Come on. You know, death to Han. Death to Han. Everybody
to
on the
not
internet
think
agrees
that.
with me.
Wow.
Death to Han. All right, no, anyway. Guys, question is for you. What do you think about the addition of Danielle, the star, probably the standout star to me in many ways, of Suicide Squad now joining? She adds on
She's
along the
so
side
great,
with
though.
Jason Momoa, and it seems like they're putting something pretty fun together. Maybe they can get back to the greatness of what this franchise was, or maybe they're just going to go full ass all in, and you know, next thing you know, Dominic Toretto's Charger is going to be transformed into a Decepticon or something. I don't know. Whatever you guys think, jump on down to the comment section below and let me know your thoughts. Guys, we want to take just a minute and thank the sponsor of this video, Masterclass. Masterclass is offering classes on a wide variety of topics, like all taught by world-class masters at the absolute tops of their field. Each class is broken down out into individual video lessons, usually like around 10 minutes or so long, and members can explore at their own pace. And each class is supported by downloadable materials, lessons, recipes, or more that you can all find at masterclass.com. For example, are you into streaming? Well, you can take the Building Your Streaming class taught by ninjas so you can sharpen up on your streaming skills. Or if you're interested in independent filmmaking, take independent filmmaking from Academy Award winner Spike Lee. You want to get classes on how to direct? How about from Ron Howard? The very first one I personally looked up and got into was Business Leadership by the great Big Papa Iger, Bob Iger himself. And I was absolutely enthralled with it. I love every single minute of this stuff. If any of those apply to you, you need to try Masterclass. So I highly recommend that you check it out. Get unlimited access to every Masterclass, and as a John Campea Show viewer, you get 15% off an annual membership. Go to masterclass.com/Campea. Once again, to get 15% off your annual membership, go to masterclass.com/Campea.